Hey, and happy Thursday. I am so excited to talk about morning routines today. So that's the topic for day 4, prep for BARRE BLEND, which we start Monday. So excited. So I wanted just to kind of go over my routine in hopes that it helps you. And I'm also going to upload a document in here. If you were on the goal setting workshop, that document is in that packet, in that PDF. But if not, I'm going to upload just that document in here today. So hey Megan, I wanted to share with you my morning routine, and it's a lot of trial and error I found. It's trying something and seeing if how that makes you feel, and then tweaking it as you go. And so I'm going to share with you my morning routine, and then I'm going to upload that document here. But here's what I found. Consistency is everything. And what I mean by that is like having a time that you do the same activities is going to help you create habit. Habit makes you feel grounded and aligned into who you are and where you want to go. It affects everybody, whether you work out in the morning or not. Maybe you're a nap time, I can't talk today. Oh my gosh. Whether you're a nap time worker outer, after work worker outer, whatever time of day, that consistency, you still need a morning routine, in my opinion. And so I'm going to share with you mine, but it's one of those things, like even if you have 10 minutes that you do 10 minutes every single day, it's going to help you change your mindset. It's going to help you have more clarity in your day. It's going to help you stay more focused. I mean, there's so many benefits to developing a morning routine. And mine started really small, and I've kind of tweaked it and expanded it. And now that I work from home, and I do spend more time on my morning routine, and I love that. So for me, I am up out of bed by 5 a.m. So I set my alarm a little bit before 5 because I want to be out of bed and like doing things by 5 a.m. So that's what I do. I lay my workout clothes the night before. So I believe every successful morning starts the night before. So let me back up a little bit and talk about the things I do the night before. I always lay out everything I need for my morning routine in the spot that I'm going to have my morning routine. So I like to do mine at the kitchen table. I know some people like to do it, on their couch. But for me, I stay more focused when I'm like sitting and I have a space and I have a table. I've tried the couch thing, and I like being able to write. I like having a spot. So I do that at the kitchen table. I have my planner. I have my phone so I can do my meditation. I have my books that I'm going to be reading. I put everything there. So I'm not looking for those things in the morning. I found that if I'm searching for things in the morning, I'm going to end up being frustrated, and I don't want to start my day frustrated. So at night, I set that all in place. I also go ahead and fill up a water bottle, and I put it by my coffee pot. So that's what I do the night before. And then I always lay out my workout clothes the night before. Some people sleep in their workout clothes. I can't sleep in tight clothing. I like loose, baggy stuff to sleep in. So I can't do that. But I do lay out my workout clothes the night before. So again, I don't have to like think about what I'm wearing. It's right there, and I can just put it on. So I wake up in the morning. So those are the 3 things I do. I set out my stuff for my morning routine, set out my workout clothes, and I set out my water bottle. I already fill my water bottle up with water. So what I do is I get up, I put my workout clothes on, I immediately head down the stairs, and I make my pre-workout. And then I take my pre-workout to my table, and I'm drinking my pre-workout slowly while I'm doing these things. So I'm sitting there, and I have my list. I'm a list-oriented person, because if I just I'm going to do my morning routine, I end up scrolling on social media. And in fact, today, I had to just say, I'm not going to be on social media this morning. I was all morning, I'm just going to unplug from social media. I'm going to just be me, and I'm going to be in tune to this. So sometimes you have to dig into that, and that's okay. So I did that this morning. And I work from a list so that I'm just okay, there I am. So the first thing I do is my book of wins, and that's actually in my planner, which is essentially gratitude. So you can use a gratitude journal, you can use just a notebook and write down, I would say 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for that happened yesterday. So I reflect on yesterday. I think that's really important to start each day feeling like you're winning, like you're killing life, like, oh yeah. Because I think as humans, it's really easy to focus on what went wrong or what you could have done better, because I think a lot of times we want to improve. And so we focus on those things, but there's a lot of things in our life that did go right. And we have to start each day from a space and from a mental capacity of like, I am killing life. Like I am owning it. I'm doing such a good job. So that's the book of wins. I think starting with gratitude is huge. Then I switch to, it's all in my Rise Up planner, but I switched to my visualization category where I have a vision statement for my life and where I'm going and where I'm headed and who I want to attract and what kind of person I want to be, what kind of mom I want to be, what kind of husband I want to be, wife I want to be to my husband. All of those things are in that visualization. So I read that out loud, and as I'm reading it, I might stop and I might visualize, okay, so Kelsey, you say you want to be confident and bold. What does that look like? How does that look like in one-on-one conversations? How does that look like as you present yourself on social media? How does that look like to your kids? And I think of certain situations. So I take some time and I visualize, and then I review my goals. I review the goals for the year. I review my goals for the month. I review my goals for the week, and I ask myself, am I there yet? And if I'm not, what activities do I need to do today that will align with helping me get there? And so that is what I do. So as I'm doing that and as I'm thinking that, I'm also making a to-do list. A lot of the times I do make my to-do list the night before, but I will review it. And as I'm going through this, I'll add things, I'll move things around based on priority. And so I do that to-do list. Once that's all done, I meditate. I can't meditate first. I found if I'm meditating first, my brain's going, what do I need to do today? How's that going to get accomplished? And I don't focus on my meditation. So I get all of that out of my way first. And then I use the Headspace app and I meditate. And I will say, I just recently started meditating and I thought it was like the weirdest thing ever before. I thought this is just weird. Like who meditates? How does this even work? Like, are we sitting there going, Like, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was weird. So if you meditate, I thought it was weird, and I now do it. My brother actually recommended it when we found out Dean was having all of his heart surgeries and all of that going on, and it just felt very overwhelming and just like very heavy on our hearts. He recommended a book, bought us a book. He was so sweet, and then was like, for him, meditation has been a game changer. And I was like, okay. He's like, Kelsey, just commit to it for like 10 days. I was like, okay. And I did, and what I found is that it's actually helping me become more aware of my thoughts throughout the day, which is weird. So one of my mentors in my life has been Chalene Johnson. And she's always said, like, shush out that negative voice, like, be kind to yourself. And I never really noticed myself even talking to myself, like mentally in my head. I was never even aware of it. And I'm sure I just wasn't aware enough. Except for when I was working out. When I was working out, I'm like, oh, this is hard. Like, I noticed it then, but not throughout the day. And so what meditation has done for me is helped me address the things I truly am saying about myself and help me like, okay, what can I say to myself to kind of flip the script? Because a lot of times the things that we're telling ourselves in our heads, it's a lie. It's not the truth. Those situations haven't happened. You believing you're this or that about yourself isn't true. And so I've had to make these statements that kind of counteract that. And that's what meditation has done for me, is just making me more aware. So that's what I do next. Then I'm ready to work out. I go work out. And then what I like to do is read in a personal development book to make me better. And I know we talked about personal development earlier, that you can read a book, you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to a book. I do listen a lot, but I also like to physically touch a book. I like the smell of the pages, and there's just something about that for me. And I don't spend a lot of time in my book each day because I do listen to a lot of personal development throughout the day as well. But I like to spend at least 10 minutes reading. And that's my time where I like to drink a cup of coffee and really dive into a book. I just found that if I was reading before my workout, well, I'm drinking my pre-workout, but I just like that combination of drinking coffee and reading a book. So that's why I've done that. So immediately once I'm done working out, I chug my water because my Bun coffee maker it's 3 minutes to brew. So I allow myself 3 minutes to chug that water, 20 ounces of water, and I chug it. And then I make my coffee and I go sit down and I read for like 10 minutes. At minimum. Some days longer, some days shorter, but at least 10 minutes a day. And then I go get ready. So that's my morning routine in like a nutshell. But again, it's just a matter of doing it in the order that feels good to you. I know I have to do this because as I'm going through the motions throughout the day, it makes me think about how I want to be a mom to my kids. It makes me think about those things because I set that tone right away. It makes me think about the leader I want to be to the team and how I want to show up in this group, and how I want to show up for my husband and all of those things that matter. And if I do that every single day, it's making me aware of that as I move forward. And it also just with the meditation it reminds me throughout the day when I'm having those like thoughts that I can't do it all or I can't blah, 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 or whatever those thoughts are, it helps me, like reels me back in and it says, no, Kelsey, you can't do it all. So pick the priority thing. What are priority on your list? What are the things that have to get done? And the rest can wait till tomorrow. It's not a big deal. So it helps me just like be real with myself without wallowing, if that makes sense, or feeling self-pity. So that is my morning routine, and I'm really excited for you to develop yours and figure out what's right and true to you. So I will upload a graphic or a PDF that you can actually print and download, and it will help you kind of go, if you have 10 minutes, you've got 30 minutes, if you have an hour, like to really develop that morning routine for you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Let me look back here through the comments. I try not to read because I get distracted. Can you post your meditation app? Yes, Megan. It's so the app itself is free. There's like a 10-day free trial kind of thing. And I was like going through that on repeat. And I actually decided in the new year, I was like, I'm going to buy it. Like, I'm going to do it. And so I bought like the upgraded app, and I'm in the meditation right now on creativity. And it's been so good. Like, I'm completely obsessed with how it's making me feel in just the areas that I want to be creative in. But there's like a stress and anxiety. There's a performance category from like professional athletes. There's like a nighttime one. Like if you have trouble falling asleep, I do not have trouble falling asleep at night. I'm good there. But there's like a ton of categories. So I recommend starting with that free trial. What I like about Headspace, I haven't used any other apps, but what I specifically like about Headspace is there's like these little videos, like they're like 1 to 2 minutes that help you kind of understand meditation on like another level. And I'm a visual learner, so that really helps me figure that out, which I don't know if other apps do that or not, but I have really enjoyed Headspace. So I will post that here too. All right, you guys. Have a great day. I don't think there are any other comments. All right. Yeah, Becca. I called you Becky. Becca, you should totally try it. It's awesome. I will share it below. All right, guys, have a great day.